Welcome everybody. In today's video, we're going to be talking about two trapper knives. And the reason why I'm getting into trapper knives is I've been starting to get into slip joints a bit. Yes, I still love modern day folders, ball bearings, liner locks, bolt action locks, not bolt action, those are for pins, axis locks, compression locks. I love all that modern knife stuff. I carry this knife daily, but I also have been carrying this Barlow. This is the Kershaw Cold Pepper Barlow, sold at smkw.com. Great knife, my favorite knife of the year. And it's this knife that's gotten me kind of going back into traditional slip joints. And the stars of the show today are the Mossy Oak Trapper from Tractor Supply Company and the Buck Trapper. These two knives are almost identical. This is kind of a versus video of which one is better, and the answer is going to surprise you because I think Mossy Oak outdid Buck on this. I have used these knives a bit now, and Mossy Oak just, I think, did the whole shebang a little better. And it's not just the fancy resin that they have on the handles here, which is really pretty. They just made a better knife. And let's get into some of it here. We're going to open up the Buck knife here. We have the two knives. We'll open this up. You know, both are laid out the same. Both are almost the same size. The Mossy Oak is a little bit curvier in the handle than the Buck, but both are good, but I think Mossy Oak just edged it out just a little bit here. But right off the bat, both knives are hollow ground. Great for slicing and dicing. And this is a really good beater knife here. This spay blade that we have here is fantastic as just a general utility beater blade. Delightful. And the wood handle is a little bit grippier than this when you get your hands wet, but that's neither here nor there. This does beat Mossy Oak just a little bit. There's a little bit of blade play. Ooh. Less blade play on the Mossy Oak. Interesting. There is not much, not enough for me to worry about, but I hate blade play. This blade has almost no discernible blade play. No discernible blade play. Okay, so that's that. This right off the bat here between the two, this one's got a little bit more wobble. But we have a very food preppy California clip point here to work with. Great for just poking, slicing, dicing, whatnot. Let's see here. Let's do a sharpness test on this. I'm not going to do a test on this one because I really wore that one down and resharpened it. So I don't want my wacko sharpening skills to be making this a make or break for you people here. But we have pretty slicey. It's slicing through receipt paper. Let's try the spade blade here. Very, very sharp, very, very slicey. Okay. I will say right now that this one is paper slicing sharp, but I don't want to do that because I sharpened this knife by hand. I have not sharpened this one yet. So maybe that's that. And what the heck. Let's bust out a receipt. Make sure. Let's see here. Let's go with this one. California clip. Very, very sharp. Spay blade. Very, very sharp. Okay. So you've now seen these two both do the paper slice. But where I think Buck is losing it is the detention spring here is much lighter than the Mossy Oak detention spring on the knives. Like, this is a much stronger spring without getting into anything close to hard to open. Like, this is just a lighter spring in general, which makes opening it easier. And I'm not necessarily scared of the knife closing on me, but this is $10. This is $23. And I mean, I'm sorry, Buck, but you're falling behind here. Mossy Oak is coming out ahead of you. The only thing you've got going so far is the grippier scales on your thing. Using the wood instead of the resin makes it a little bit grippier. The Mossy Oak has that nice nickel silver bolster at the top. It's really nice. This one has bolsters at both ends. The back springs are really nice on both. Mossy Oak has a little bit more of a graceful curve to it, which makes it more comfortable in the hand, in my opinion. But both are really good. Now, I have used this a little bit, but this one, I sat here with this piece of wood that was perfectly round. Okay, this piece of wood was perfectly round, and I whittled with this knife blade right here. I have whittled this all down flat into this almost non-wobbling chunk of wood. I've done that much whittling with this, and I just did like a little touch-up sharpening and got this back in play with the edge. Like, the edge, as you saw just a moment ago, was slicing sharp. Like, that's what I did with this knife. And let's just listen to the sounds here. This just sounds wimpier than the Mossy Oak. So, without going on for like an hour here, I know it's only 7 minutes in, but if I keep rambling, I'm going to keep rambling and just hitting the same notes here. I love both knives. Both knives are really good. Buck maybe has better finger notches to pull the blades out with, but I like Mossy Oak having them a little bit farther out where you get more leverage to open them, which is really nice. Both are about the same size, as you can tell. And if you are into this particular shade of nickel silver, or whatever that material is, that's great for you, but I like the shade on this one a little better. The resin just looks a lot nicer. And for this, if this was like twice the size of this, I'd be like, okay, let's go. You know, this is not a good comparison, but they're both like the same size here. And Mossy Oak has just kind of just refined things just a little bit better. Yes, I know it's made in China, you know, whereas Buck might still be made in China. I am not entirely sure of this knife here. It does not say made in USA, so it's probably made in China. Do I have the box laying around? I thought I had the box. I tossed the box around. Where is the box? Right here. Here is the box. Silica gel packs, we don't want those. Plastic wrap, we don't want those. Let's see, what does the box say? Made in China. So they're both made in China. Like, you know, you're not paying for made in America knife here. So, tell me down below what you think. Like, which one would you pay for? $10 for the Mossy Oak or $23 for the Buck? Given the evidence of the video. Now, I might just have a bad Buck. You know, the spring might not be all that good on my particular model. I got more blade play in the spade blade than the Mossy Oak. That could just be my model that I got. May not be in yours. But given the evidence between the two, which one would you rather go for in general? Which one tickles your fancy more in how it's done, how it's laid out? Let me know. So, thank you for watching this video and listening to me ramble. If you liked it, hit subscribe, pass it around, yada yada yada. I hope you found this video useful and informational. I hope it helps you build your EDC to your standards. And until the next time, a farewell, carry well, and a bye-bye.